What up, SNA Assassinators? Yeah, I said I'm gonna be seeing you, Assassinators, tonight on Winners Coming. I'm still gonna be making that review video. I thought it was the day was still young to make an extra video, which it's very rare to me to make 4 videos in one day. But I'm gonna try something new. If not, like some I already have done. If so, it was like probably once or twice. But I'll probably see me do a little bit more like that, like when I get more used to be making videos like this. But I thought I might add in another video for this for today in the world of professional wrestling because I love everything wrestling, no matter from WWE or AEW or even both. I would not mind if both companies decide to collaborate with each other by tomorrow, which that's not going to be happening. In reality, it's not going to happen. But I'm saying genuinely or hypothetically, I would not mind it a bit because I am such a fan of both companies. But yeah, I'm gonna be talking about today, like in the world of professional wrestling, are the wildest and intriguing news stories and rumors that you guys need to know. Starting things off with more funny ones, like with Dakota Kai not so thrilled about her real life and fellow WWE superstar boyfriend Eddie Thorpe, like in his recent actions. And yeah, I kind of made fun of him being the cheerleader of Dakota. So yeah, I guess I spoke him up about like him like that of him yeah, being Dakota's little male cheerleader, which I shouldn't have got Sportskeeda started onto that, but I'm gonna talk about exactly what they say right here onto this news story. Them saying Dakota Kai has an interesting response to her WWE superstar real life boyfriend's the despicable actions on last night's episode of NXT. The Damage Control member doesn't agree with what he did, and she is currently and she's currently dating none other than NXT star Eddie Thorpe. Like, in their relationship has revealed a few months ago, like the NXT star has become like of the show, like, and ended last night's episode by confessing that he faked his injury last week. Thorpe, like, in turn, intentionally, like, took himself out of the men's Iron Survivor Challenge, and goaded like Trick Williams into giving him an NXT championship match anyway. He revealed to Ava that it was all a ruse after signing the contract for the title match like on next week's show. And that was quite the sneaky heel move. Some might even say it was genius. However, Kai doesn't seem pleased by it. Like, she quoted like in a tweet on WWE's post about the backstage segment and made her feelings known, like with a one-word message followed by an emoji, like saying "ugh." But you can see right here from the captain of Team Kick, like when she saw the post right here that was posted by WWE, and I should give you a little sneak peek of this video. WWE.
Can't believe it's happening next week. The biggest match of my life for the NXT title.
Yep, it's official. I'll see you in Lowell.
I deserve this.
And Eddie, just so you know, we're still looking into who attacked you.
I know who attacked me.
Excuse me?
You're looking at it. I got my title match, and I didn't have to go through 25 minutes of hell to get it. I'll see you in Lowell.
And yeah, like I told you guys that yesterday, and that's crazy for him faking his own injury just to get a shot at Trick Williams NXT championship. He didn't have to break a sweat for 25 minutes and this past Saturday. And But what are your thoughts on to this? Like, which I'm gonna get into more questions like in just a moment, but it remains to be seen if Andy Thorpe and Dakota Kai will ever work together, like in WWE. Real life couples, like in the same storyline, aren't too common. Like it's especially like if the company doesn't acknowledge their relationship. Like while Thorpe is going for the NXT Championship, Kai herself has a singles gold in on that's on her mind as well. She is in the semifinals of the tournament to crown the first ever women's intercontinental championship. And do you think these real life WWE couple are going to be winning their respective championships very soon? Could we see both Dakota Kai become the women's intercontinental champion while Eddie Thorpe becomes the NXT championship? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. But I think it's not going to quite happen for Eddie Thorpe, but it's a 50-50 chance for Dakota at this point. So we're just going to have to wait and see about that. But I should have known that Dakota Kai is going to react to her boyfriend's actions affecting his injury in the attack, so he could get an easy shot at the title. But yeah, you know how couples do, especially in this industry. Like they cannot help but acknowledge the fact of what their significant other has done. Well, I wouldn't say like I'm not sure what to say about that, but moving on, yeah, we're gonna be talking about the Wyatt Six news. Like as a member of the group, send a heartbreaking message after losing on WWE Raw. Like WWE in a shocking turn of events, like the Wyatt Six suffered their first ever defeat on last night. From 2 nights ago, 2 nights episode of Monday Night Raw. They lost an 8-man tag team match, to the Final Testament and the Miz, and it was clear as Paul Ellering made his WWE return and threw powder in Uncle Howard's face. Karrion Kross then hit him with the final prayer, to pick up the shocking win. The Wyatt Six hadn't lost since their wild debut in June, winning every single match in their feud against Chad Gable and American Made. It doesn't seem like the members of the Wyatt Six are taking the loss too well. Like Joe Gacy tweeted a heartbreaking message, repeatedly, writing the word no to the concerning effect. And yeah, he just said no, 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 as you can see onto his tweet right here. As you can see for yourself, from the former NXT star, now Wyatt Six member of him cannot believe in he lost in their run as the faction. And it says right here that it will be interesting to see what exactly happens next in the direction WWE goes in next. With the Wyatt Six and the Final Testament as the spooky baby faces may need a member to counter the outside interference of Paul Ellering. Could Alexa Bliss return in this role before transitioning into an in-ring competitor in question? It's possible. Just thinking about it. Either way, this feud has just gotten even way more intriguing as Karrion Kross was never expected to pin Howdy. And while he may still lose the war, this win was a massive statement from the Final Testament's leader. And what is your reaction of the shockingly beat the Wyatt Six? I do think this was the best direction, which I talked about this, and I might have been wrong by saying like everybody's gonna be like very kind of disappointed that the Final Testament get a win right here and nothing higher, but they are happy that they found getting pushed, even though like it's like it was in a way like not sure like if it was the best decision to have him pin what's his name had him pin Uncle Howdy, but it probably was for the best that they get. I'll say, but it probably was the best for them to get the win, like given they're going to continue this rivalry, and it wouldn't make any sense for them taking double L. So they should. It was probably the best idea to get them to the excuse me, to beat them, like, yeah, to beat them first, and then maybe in a much more bigger event, like maybe Raw on Netflix could be the perfect place for the Wyatt Six to get their revenge, perhaps. That could be a possibility that could happen. And maybe this is where we can finally see the return of Alexa Bliss, which we haven't seen her in over in nearly 2 years since 2023 in January, all the way back in January. That would be great to see her back, but you see something like that happening, like even if they do get a rematch and they do be successful this time, let me know down in the comments below. And do you think, yeah, Alexis Bliss could be could be the next member of the Wyatt Six? Let me know in the comments. But let's move on to the next slide. But it's very intriguing to see that the leader of the Final Testament beat the leader of the Wyatt Six. Like, that's something that you probably won't be seeing every day or every week, I should say. Reverend phrase that, given it's a weekly show. But anyways, this is where we got some Raquel Rodriguez news as she touts major achievement despite a loss on WWE Raw. WWE superstar and former NXT Women's Champion and Women's Tag Team Champion Raquel Rodriguez suffered a loss on the latest edition of Monday Night Raw. Like in Big Mommy Cool like shared a social media update to tout a major achievement, like despite like the setback, and the 33-year-old locked horns in an anything goes match against the arch rival of Rhea Ripley. The two former NXT Women's Champions traded blows in the highly engaging back and forth contest. At one point, Liv Morgan entered the squared circle and hit the Eradicator with the Oblivion, like in the Women's World Champion challenger for this Saturday's night's main event. Sky like showed up and to take her out like of the equation, like after scrapping like for a while. Rhea Ripley hit her opponent with the riptide like through a table like to secure the win. Like after the show, Raquel put aside her loss and I posted an Instagram story to express her gratitude for main eventing Monday Night Raw. She writes on the post, my singles in over my first singles in over a year, and I main evented Monday Night Raw. And she put the mind-blowing emojis and said like, oh, God is good, like, and putting the hands up in the air like with praise. But here's the tweet right here. You can see for yourself from the former women's NXT champion. Where is that? While showing this little graphic of her and Liv Morgan and Gunther, Cody Rhodes, main event Jey Uso, with her saying, "Oh heaven!" Like this is like saying she's in heaven now, which you cannot disagree with her for saying that, because who does not want to main event a wrestling show, even if it's a weekly televised one? But anyways, although Raquel Rodriguez noted that it was her first singles match in over a year. Like her last one-on-one contest was earlier this year, like on the February 26th edition of the Red Brand show. The former women's tag team champion like squashed the other fellow women's tag team Chelsea Green in under 2 minutes. And Raquel Rodriguez opened up about the hardest part of her life, and we're gonna get into that in just a moment. But what are your thoughts of this mind-blowing true statistic about this being Raquel Rodriguez's first ever Raw main event match, right, which was against Rhea Ripley of all people, which WWE did a very successful job executing that logic by making this the main event and not like a what's that called? What's that called? Like a making this like a mid card match when it didn't need it to be. Like they actually made it like where it was supposed to be, and that was in this spot, like in the main event position. And hopefully like hopefully WWE like we can see like WWE do more of this. Like even if this wasn't a dream come true, like this still would have made sense because given that they're bitter rivals, it is gonna be like too big of a match to be in the mid card, like over any other matches or segments of the night. So this definitely had to be number one for sure. Yeah. But yeah, let me know in the comment section right down below what your opinions on to this note. And do you think this was a smart idea, like to put what's and put Raquel in the main event. Like, even though ever since she got brought up to the main roster, she does not look main event level, but she has been like managing to get to that point for a while now. They finally executed that on her, like with her associations with the Women's World Champion Liv Morgan and being her bodyguard. Like, they definitely put her in the main event position. And could we see her be main eventing more shows, maybe even a WrestleMania at some point in the future? Which I sure hope they do, and also hopefully they have putting more like main event pushes for her in the foreseeable future, but not hurry up and have her split her up from Liv Morgan, like what AEW did with Camille and Mercedes Moné, which which they look very similar to Raquel and Liv. Which I think, like, even though it was only just a matter of time for them to split up from each other, like, but they shouldn't have did so like this too early. Like, just saying, like, it didn't make any sense for the price of beans from a couple weeks ago. But enough about that. We're gonna move on, and we're gonna talk about more news about Raquel. And she opens up about her hardest part of her life, and she was absent like from television, like in WWE, for 7 months due to mast cell activation syndrome. Like she made her return at Bad Blood to take out Rhea Ripley and help Liv Morgan retain the Women's World Championship. In an interview with Steven who 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 Muehlhausen, Stephen Muehlhausen, like on the takedown, like on SI, like it says Raquel opened up about her illness, referring to it like as the hardest part of her life. Like she explained like how it affected her confidence. She mentioned it was definitely the hardest part of my life, like because it was like everything like just crumbled like at once. Like first I'm getting a rash like on my skin, like so I'm looking like in the mirror and I'm not recognizing who I'm who I'm seeing, like, and I'm going out in public because I'm still trying to wrestle, and I'm still still trying to be like a part of this company, but I can feel people looking at me and my confidence. Like I was starting to trying to wane, trying to weigh on me, like, and I was just not feeling good at all, like being in public areas, like, or talking to people, like, and Raquel Rodriguez, like, has been Liv Morgan's corner, like, since returning to WWE. It will be interesting to see if she plays any substantial role in the women's world title defense, like, against Io Sky at Saturday night's main event this Saturday. I do think that she could, I do think she could earn herself a spot, like, of being like a championship. Maybe she could even turn on Liv Morgan, maybe go heel on her own and try to fight, yeah, try to fight Liv for her championship. It's possible. Like, I'm just saying, like, you never count out any opportunity that's been given by an individual, but like, just it happened plenty of times before in WWE, so I wouldn't put past if this is a possibility in the foreseeable future. That's only if, like, if Liv Morgan remains champion, even by successfully defending it with the likes of Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, and maybe even Becky Lynch, like, whenever she makes her return, which I think she should be seeking some revenge, even though she kind of teased that in an interview recently. So I think she's gonna stick around in WWE, even though she didn't got into specifics. But she, like, even if she did make a return, she'll be keeping an eye on the current women's world champion and her dirty boyfriend, Dirty Dom. But that's remaining to be seen. But I think even if she does lose the women's world championship, I think we can still see, like, a split right here with Raquel going heel onto the to on to the form to the that then former women's world champion. But moving on, we got CM Punk jokingly teased Rhea Ripley during a live stream following WWE Raw, and we got the Second City Saint, like, WWE run is filled, like, with ups and downs, like, and CM Punk is looking forward to 2025. Meanwhile, like, the star jokingly sent a message to Rhea Ripley as the latter was seen, like, working out live, like, on Instagram after Monday Night Raw. Like, and CM Punk was open arms, like, as the new generation stars, like, have looked up to the Second City Saint, like, while growing up, like, in the industry. Moreover, like, several notable names, like, and veterans have spoken highly of the multi-time world champion upon his return to WWE. Today, CM Punk was seen, like, on Instagram joking during Rhea Ripley's live stream, like, during mommy's workout session. Like, Punk jokingly asked her, like, if she even lifts, like, this comment cracked up comment crack lifts, like, if you can even do lifts. This comment cracked up, like, the audience, like, who were watching the stream, like, and even the former women's world champion took notice of it. And and this is what she had to say in response, like, yo, you even this is what CM Punk said in this post, like, say, like, on this live stream, Punk said, like, you even know how to lift, like, this, where which cracked a smile, which you can see Rhea Ripley, like, right here on this post. like with the whole comments reaction, like even responded like highly, like saying like that they were city saint, like and I'm not sure if you can see the comments, but you can see the the very happily and laughable Ripley like reacted to this question like very I was like very humorly, I guess you could say, like which like who wouldn't laugh when CM Punk is being at his jokester side, like but CM Punk has been like nothing but friendly with the talent, like on and off like screen, like regardless of the negative image like created during his time at with All Elite Wrestling. CM Punk and Rhea Ripley teams walked out like of a WWE Survivor Series like with War Games with a win. And yeah, that's a funny thing to think about. Both of their teams won with the big dub, and they're both baby faces, and they helped their teams with CM Punk helping Roman Reigns and the Usos and Sami Zayn out, while Rhea Ripley helped out Naomi, Bianca Belair, Io Sky, and $1 Million Bayley if she's not worth $900,000, like in their match. But we're going to talk about that in just a sec. But I'm going to ask you, Assassinators, what are your thoughts onto this little live stream? Were you watching Rhea Ripley's workout live stream on Instagram? And were you cracking up a laugh? Like, and did you comment any of these comments that was on this list? Like, that was on Rhea Ripley's reaction comments? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. Over in this area, in this comments, I should rephrase myself. But let's move on to the next slide. We got earlier this year, like CM Punk crossed paths with Solo Sikoa's bloodline, like and failed to cross paths like with Solo Sikoa's like bloodline and failed to help Paul Heyman, like, and the faction dominated like the brand and attacked the OG bloodline as they were one member short, like for the event. Like this led to the Second City Saints return to WWE like 2 weeks before like the event, like on in the event Friday Night SmackDown. Paul Heyman returned with Simple, final member of the end, like the OG Bloodline, featuring like the Second City Saint, won the gimmick match in Canada at the event against Solo Sikoa's faction. Elsewhere, Rhea Ripley returned to Monday Night Raw in November 2024, like after she was taken out by Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez on NXT. Mommy declared war games, making William Regal proud by shouting it out just like him, just like in her days in NXT when they originally finally had war games in WWE. And she faced Liv Morgan's team in Canada later, like with alongside Bailey, who replaced Jade Cargill, like which Cargill was mysteriously attacked before the event. And yeah, in the end, like Mommy got her revenge on Liv Morgan, like as she pinned her to score the winning fall for the team. Like this leads to another title match, like in the future. Like, but Morgan is set to defend her title against Damage Control's Io Sky, like at WWE Saturday Night's main event. Though, however, on the other hand, and what are your thoughts on Rhea Ripley to be like in a War Games match, like in helping her team win, just like CM Punk did with his team in their respective War Games match like a couple weeks ago? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. That's very funny and very interesting that it just happened out of the blue, like which I'm stunned, like for real, like. I thought they would be. Well, maybe Rhea Ripley I kind of knew about, but I did not know about CM Punk. I thought it was going to be eventually be Seth Rollins that's going to team with Roman Reigns' team, but he stuck to his words and be a man of his words by saying he wouldn't uh, he wouldn't team with Roman Reigns even if he be bribed by anything, and even if it helped him get him the world heavyweight title back. Like he's not going to change his mind of getting Roman Reigns back on top of the mountain. But moving on, like we got a humongous congratulations news like for Corey Graves, like an explanation, like and it says right here, like Corey Graves has been the voice of both WWE and WWE Raw and SmackDown in recent years, but has also been teasing a potential return to the ring. The former NXT Tag Team Champion was an active wrestler for the company on the developmental brand like for several years, like but was forced to retire due to medical issues in 2014. Graves announced his retirement on December 11th, 2014, during like the pre-show like of NXT Takeover our Evolution. It says he recently took to X slash Twitter to reveal that he had completed 10 years as an announcer for the company. Like in an emotional message, like the current the SmackDown commentator noted that he had never had a backup plan before and still misses his time in the ring every day. He also thanked all the fans who have supported him and helped him each reach this impressive milestone, which you can see him celebrating with this tweet right here from the commentator. And what are your reactions to Corey Graves reaching his milestone, being an announcer for a whole decade? Which, even though as much as I make fun of him on my podcast review videos, but I gotta admit that that's a very impressive milestone. Like with him achieving this goal, and I want to give all my congratulations to the guy. Like he definitely did it. Like I applaud him for his successful achievement into this at this point. And I do think this with him celebrating 10 years of his of him being an announcer. Do you think this could be a sign that he could be head back into the squared circle by any chance, by any means? And it's been reported that he's been cleared to compete for a while now, for the last couple of years, but he decided to stick with the commentary desk because it seems like he's more better at it. Even though he was pretty good in wrestling and competing in the squared circle, but he preferred. He would prefer to stay in the. I'll say, stay in the commentary booth. I guess you could say, because he does put out some really good commentating, but some might compare him to a Michael Cole, just like Vic Joseph, which I think these two are most likely are the next Michael Cole in the future. Give it about a decade or two, and you can see that comparison. But let's move on to the next slide. But Graves currently works alongside Michael Cole on the SmackDown roster, and it is unclear where his future will lie following the transfer window when Raw moves to Netflix and when SmackDown gets the third hour, along with Monday Night Raw get their third hour back. And now we got more news to talk about that. Will Corey Graves remain on WWE SmackDown following the Raw the Raw on Netflix debut or the Raw Netflix move next year in question? Uh, Corey Graves is one of the stars whose future could be very different following the move to Netflix. Joe Tessitore joined W a place of Pat McAfee and has since been working on Raw with Wade Barrett. And this union like will come like to and end in less than I'll say it'll be an end in less than a month, like when Pat McAfee returns and is reunited with Michael Cole, like the launch episode of Raw on Netflix, and in this Corey Graves, Joe Tessitore, and Wade Barrett like to head to SmackDown. Although Barrett and Graves have worked together like before, they are both color announcers behind like someone like Cole, like who does the play by play. Like while Graves has shown like that he can also add the term play-by-play announcer like to her do the play-by-play announcer on his resume. Like it's unclear like what the plan is like for SmackDown since the the main focus is on Raw, like on their Raw ahead of their historic move next month. And where do you want to see Corey Graves be landing off to? Do you think he should be a commentator on SmackDown remaining, or do you think he should step out of the commentary desk and finally like get back in the ring and show that he's clear to compete and he's been clear for a while now, but he just love doing what he's doing, and that is doing commentary work, which he's doing a really good job giving out, doing a really good job with his voice and giving out what's currently happening on WWE in an accurate statement. Yeah, but I give him a round of applause, out of character moment, like, and I'll say, and yeah, and I wish him many more years to be in, and many more years for his future to be in a successful predicament, and yeah, like which I'd say not. I'd say in a successful situation, more likely. That's the better term to use, I guess you could say. But yeah, I hope that he does finally get a shot of wrestling on WWE's main roster. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for the guy, and hopefully he does get his wish. But next up, we got a multi-time WWE champion, Mox Rey Mysterio. And let's just say it's not Dominic because he's not a former multi-time world champion. I'll say the only belt that he won on his own, like, or what do you think? What do you want to make people to believe on his own is the NXT North American Championship. So leave him out of the questions. But WWE Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio's journey is committable, like to say, committable to say the least, I should say, as the master of the 619 has done it like days, like with Xavier Woods mocking like the veteran like on his birthday. And now I regret referring to him as a world champion because he haven't won a world championship. He's the only New Day member that haven't won a world championship. It was both Kofi and Big E that won the WWE World Championship. So I regret saying that, and I'm going to pretend I didn't even say that in the first place. I'm just going to say that, like, from a former multi-time tag team champion, like that's the only belt he won because he cannot manage to carry the weight of success on his own. And plus, I'm not really a fan of him right now, given what he did to my boy Big E. Like, I want to see him get what's coming in, and same with Kofi Kingston of being the sellout here, just listening to Xavier Woods by being the negative Nancy here. But speaking of negative Nancy, this is where we got Woods continuing to be one. Like on Ray's special day earlier this year, like I mean, not early this year. I mean, in this recently, like yeah, mocking him on his birthday with him turning 50 this year. Like in early this year, like the New Day crossed paths with the Latino World Order and had a few matches. In one of those clashes, Woods accidentally ripped or accidentally quote unquote fingers curling accidentally ripped off the mask of Mysterio, and like scored a win. Like this didn't sit well, like with the veteran and Xavier Woods recently mocked the WWE Hall of Famer on his birthday and reminded him of the past incident. Today, Rey Mysterio finally turned 50, and I want to give a big, humongous, happy birthday, congratulating of making it to the half a century mark. Not trying to make fun of you, but saying that like if you making it for half of your life, like yeah, you definitely are doing something right. And he doesn't look like he's 50 years old. He looks way younger than that. Like I mean, it's like the old saying goes, age is nothing but a number, and like it doesn't matter like what your age is as long as you feel that you still could do this. Like from still do what you do the best, like for many more years to come. Which that's what Rey Mysterio has done. He's been doing this for almost 30 years now, if not already. And yeah, he joined WWE for a little bit over 20 years, like with him winning multiple championships, becoming a Grand Slam championship in the process of having a Hall of Fame worthy career. That's why he got the Hall of Fame to be complete, like back in 2023. Well, maybe he's like probably like a Money in the Bank briefcase holding, or even a King of the Ring away, and also a King of the Ring away from winning, becoming Ultimate Grand Slam champion, just like his fellow wrestler, the Rated R superstar Adam Copeland, like which he's going by that name, which he's formerly known as Edge. Which yeah, that's gonna be a different subject to talk about for a different day, but I don't think he's gonna be achieving that goal. Like, and that's gonna be kind of more of a sad thing in that perspective. And but yeah, well, I want to ask you this question, like, or before I get into that question, I want to read this real quick. And the master of the 619 receives wishes from several superstars in the industry. The multi-time WWE Tag Team Champion and Tag Champion mocked the veteran and suggested someone should get the multiple-time World Champion a tighter match for a tighter mask for matches, which whoever that was the editor of this article made a huge blunder, which I'm not going to judge, but just saying, like, which I don't know the name. Normally they show who was signed by this, but it says get a tighter match rather than a mask, like which it should be a SK rather than a TCH. But yeah, like he should get a tighter mask, and this is what he had to say on the matter. Say in response of Rey Mysterio, of WWE posted a celebration of Rey Mysterio's birthday. Like he like yeah, he writes like someone should get him a tighter mask for his birthday. And then when WWE celebrated 50 years of his life, like when he like, and like, I wish him a happy birthday because it is his birthday on December 11th, which you can see right here with WWE making a post on their tweet on X. But Xavier was poking fun on this and that saying that like yeah, like somebody better get him a tighter mask for his birthday as a present. And I would say I would give him a tighter mask, but not too tight, like to a point that he could wear it. Like it's about the fall of his face anyways. He should be thinking outside of box. He should say he should get more of an elastic kind of mask, like more of an elastic side rather than a, or maybe like it did not ripped off, like did it really? Like it just came off. So I guess I see what he means, but now I see what he means. But what are your thoughts on to Xavier Woods' reaction uh, onto this response of WWE like celebrating Rey Mysterio's birthday, like with him celebrating being a half a century old. And I mean that with a lot of respect and compliments. Like, given that I am a Rey Mysterio fan, some might say that I've definitely expired. That explains the mask. Well, I'm not saying that's entirely the case. Like, maybe that could be some truth in the matter because why am I talking about wrestling stuff and I'm wearing a mask just like the underdog luchador? Well, that's because like I'm supposed to be a crime fighting superhero that loves the topic of anything in the world of professional wrestling. And we're gonna end today's wrestling news video with some with a top tag team close to breaking up like NXT like top stars close to breaking up like NXT call ups like or for WWE duos who okay, I got some news about we got some top four news now about the new NXT Tag Team Champions DIY, like on who should challenge them next, like for their newly won WWE Tag Championship. The WWE Tag Team Championship picture on Friday Night SmackDown has been fascinating to watch. The top three teams, like on the brands, the Street Profits, like Street Profits, the DIY, and the Motor City Machine Guns, like have been dealing with a lot of drama and turmoil. Like it says right here that during the last weeks, of episode, like of the Blue brand, like the Street Profits was meant to challenge MCMG, like for the tag team titles. Like instead, like Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford were found laid out backstage. The end of the match, like Johnny Gargano shockingly turned heel on the alleged friends like Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley, like which led like to Gargano and Ciampa like winning the gold and becoming the two-time tag team champions of the Blue brand, like two-time WWE Tag Team Championships, which overall they're probably like three or four time tag team champ, given them their time winning the NXT titles once or twice, which I think it's twice if I'm not mistaken. But this article will look at the four duos like who should challenge DIY for the WWE Tag Champion. Naturally, like Street Profits and Motion Machine Guns are the top contenders. So this list like will focus on other pairs who could step up instead on SmackDown. Like starting below are four of the duos of the duos on this Blue brand that should challenge DIY for the tag titles. Starting off at number 4 is A Town Down Under. I could hope to win to win gold, like to fix their issues. A Town Down Under, like are the former WWE Tag Team Champions. The duo is comprised of the former United States Champion Austin Theory and the Aussie icon Grayson Waller. Unfortunately, for the cocky duo, they have not been like on the same page for the past few weeks or the past few months. Like on WWE, many expect like a split like to happen potentially with Austin Theory turning babyface following a surprise attack from Grayson Waller. Like, however, if the two want to remain on the same page, battling like dethroning DIY could be like what gets the two back in each other's good graces. Like winning the belts like would mean like a lot of both men like and they could sustain their uh their time as a duo moving forward. And yeah, and it's been a funny thing they mentioned, even though they are still currently active guys on SmackDown as a duo, but it's been a while we haven't seen. It's been a while we seen these guys like in months after months after months. Like, or I'll say I could be exaggerating. It could be like way over my heels, but I would say like yeah, it's been like quite a while since the last time we have saw it's been quite a while. We have seen yeah, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. For a second or two, I thought that they gave up onto this pair, and they're probably not going to be split up from a tag team anytime soon. Like in But yeah, that's good. Help them benefit them. Like if they want to stick them together and remain as a team, like until they do split, which I still think that's still going to be happening at WrestleMania. And I just don't know what was the reason why they they didn't continue to do the storyline in the first. But even if they were just playing side acts like against the Motor City Machine Guns, even though they kind of did, but they after they just got lost in the shuffles. Like once they lost to them, maybe they should have turned it to even more of an angle with them. But well, maybe DIY probably needed more, and they're planning on turning them heel anyway. So if though it turned out what it turned out to be, let's just hope they follow this up with them teasing that they could turn babyface, start feuding with the then heel what they call with the now heel DIY with Austin Theory and Grayson Waller was like, we told you so. We told you that they were bad news, but now you're finally listening. But we're not gonna brag with you guys as long as y'all agree with us. Like we will take we'll take that dub any day, and it's where then we get then become. But moving on, we got number 3 is pretty deadly. They're underrated team that has yet to field main roster gold. That's hardly been utilized much more than A-Town Under has. Which last time we saw them, they were in the angle as I'll say the Chippendale assistants of Nia Jackson and Tiffany Stratton for some reason, but pretty deadly is the tag team currently on the Friday night SmackDown roster that previously had success on both NXT and the NXT UK. The team is comprised of Kit Wilson and Elton Prince, who are extremely charismatic performers. Like many fans expect big things for Elton Prince and Kit Wilson. Like when WWE's main roster. They debuted with a lot of momentum, but injuries, and various setbacks have led to the pair being regarding as comedic enhancement talents, rather than title threats. Triple H could take these underrated guys and finally utilize these performers and have them step up to DIY if Elton Prince and Kit Wilson put on a good performance. It could turn them babyface in the eyes of the crowd, which could also give the team new life in world wrestling entertainment moving forward. And could you see them be the could you see them be the next WWE Tag Team Champions? Which I'm gonna leave that to the end, until I get done with all these names. I'm gonna name right here that's on the top 4 list of these tag teams that could dethrone the DIY. But yeah, I got my ass. Yeah, and do you think that the let's see, and what else that's on the list? I was about to say. Oh yeah, I think I can understand why, partially why they haven't been making appearances lately, because they, like I said, due to injuries. But even for that, like maybe they should not make them just comedic acts, like unless it's necessary. Like and again, but like that's what WWE will probably pull them off of TV because they cannot find nothing else for them to do. But I hope that they do be fully recovered and they do get a spot on WWE television and they could be fan favorites. Even though I'm not the biggest Pretty Deadly fan, but they could get over as baby faces. I would say I cannot deny that simple fact. But on to the next news, we got Legado del Fantasma is number two as a potential challengers. Is saying they just want to win gold, like with the Phantasma family. This is where it says right here that like Legado del Fantasma is a stable on SmackDown, which has had like successful run on WWE NXT, while some members like have come and gone. Like the current lineup like includes Santos Escobar, like Angel Umberto, and Electro Lopez. And Angel and Berto make up the tag team like for the current version of Legado del Fantasma, like now known as La Garza, Los Garza. Like the two had a revival like on on WWE NXT before joining Legado like and now I hope to win like gold despite an occasional like setbacks like on the blue brand and about between DIY and could be quite an interesting as both duo are heels like which of the two teams would get more heat in question like would one turn babyface just for a night like the options like are interesting like to ponder but like the result would certainly be a fantastic match, like from four incredible in-ring competitors. But finally, we got number one as Fraxium, like could be called up from NXT. The current NXT Tag Team Champions Fraxium, like most individually known as Axiom and Nathan Frazier, made up like the the tandem and were first single stars like on NXT UK like and later later here in the United States they formed the unlikely bond after a series of incredible matches like against each other like and since becoming a team like the pair have become like two-time NXT tag team champions. They also put on some of the best matches in pro wrestling, like and are often regarded like as one of the top tag teams in the industry today. With with the newly introduced transfer window allowing like for roster moves, like Fraxium could move up to the SmackDown and challenge DIY. They could either hope to become double tag team champions or relinquish their prized NXT tag team titles in favor of holding the main roster gold. Regardless, like a match between Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa against the NXT up and coming tag team of Nathan Frazier and Axiom like would likely be about like of the year. And which one of these teams that you would love to see like face DIY other than the Motor City Machine Guns and the Street Profits? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. Like which the SmackDown tag team division is very packed with very impressive tag teams. I think that's the one thing that this division has better than the Raw division because it seems like that Monday Night Raw totally forgot they have their own tag team titles of their own, which is the World Tag Team Championships, which it should be just as much as prestigious as the WWE Tag Team Championships over on SmackDown, which I hope that does have a huge change. Like of event, maybe the Viking Raiders or not, but the War Raiders. My apologies to Eric and Ivar. Like you're no longer the WWE tag team championship. I mean, no longer the War Raiders. Like they're they're no longer the Viking Raiders. They're back as the War Raiders. I totally forgot about that, and I want to give out a huge, humongous apology on that. But let me know in the comment section right down below if you don't think it's gonna be the Profits or the Motor City Machine Guns. Like yeah, like you can choose like any of the who like if there's any one of these tag teams that they missed in the division, just let me know down in the comments along with letting Sportskeeda know that as well. And we're gonna end today's wrestling news video with some with Cody Rhodes' biggest challenge, and Paul Heyman to grant like a major favor for CM Punk at WrestleMania 41. Here's the possibilities like with WWE's final premium live event like of 2024 took place this past weekend with NXT Deadline. Like and all eyes are on the next big television special, like from the sports entertainment juggernaut. Come like 2025, however, like it says like World Wrestling Entertainment will host numerous big events like as is common like every year. The biggest show of the year will be WrestleMania. This edition will be the 41st edition of the massive extravaganza, in addition of the massive extravaganza, like while a lot of talent will be hoping to make a splash at the 2-night event. Like one name who hopes to headline the show of shows like is CM Punk. The Second City Saint will likely try to win like the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble match or go into the show as a champion, like to secure a top spot on the card. And this is where, of course, like yeah, like things don't always work out like how talent may want. Like still, like whether as a champion, contender, or in some other match, Punk will like surely will compete at the show of shows. This article will look at four like potential bouts like for the big star of the grandest stage of them all. Starting at number four, we got he could go one on one with the returning John Cena for the last time ever, like on John Cena's retirement tour, and finally, like we'll revisit into this feud indeed. Like it says right here, John Cena is one of the biggest wrestling stars in the history. He was largely responsible for keeping WWE in a strong position. And for somebody criticize me, but I totally agree on to this. Like with him, like being the biggest star and the fan favorite main event babyface that he was. Yeah, there's nothing that's going to be taken away from him with this achievement, with him being in wrestling. But for years, despite questionable booking like from Vince McMahon, he is a future Hall of Famer and a 16-time world champion. In it is upsetting news in 2025 will be the final year of John Cena, like as an active WWE superstar. Like he has revealed that by the end of 20 by the end of by the end of the year of 2025 he will retire from the ring and never compete again. As a result, like many wrestlers are lining up, like hoping to wrestle Cena for the first time ever, ever or one more time, like at least in guys like CM Punk's case, and John Cena like have a long history together with the Chick Magnet and had numerous clashes matches. So it would be nice to see the talented star and legends like have just one more big match together before Cena hangs up his jorts for good. Number three, we got CM Punk could challenge Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship, but that's only if he does win the men's Royal Rumble match and decides to choose Cody Rhodes over someone like, I don't know, Finn Balor, Gunther, or even Seth Rollins. But anyways, Cody Rhodes is one of the most popular stars in all of pro wrestling, like perhaps only behind breakout names like John Cena and The Rock. As far as full-time WWE stars go, nobody can touch him, like in terms of fan support. Like with that being said, he's also successful as a competitor. Like like the American Nightmare sits on top like of the throne, like as the WWE champion. He dethroned Roman Reigns, defeat and dethrone Roman Reigns for the grandest prize of the company at WrestleMania 40, and hopes to walk into WrestleMania 41 as the champion still 1 year later. And CM Punk could personally, that could personally win the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble match if he enters and wins. He could and go on to challenge Cody for the prize belt at the biggest event of the year. Cody and Punk were the final two, like in the last year's Royal Rumble match. So the pair then clashing at WrestleMania over 1 year later would be poetic. And then coming at number two, we got Seth Rollins. Just makes sense, like of course, like with Seth Rollins is a veteran who has been one of WWE's most consistent performers for over a decade. Now, like he joined the main roster as a member of the Shield and has since gone onto headline WrestleMania and win like several world titles, like in the Visionary and CM Punk like have had a lot of issues with some apparently like going back like over a decade. Still, once CM Punk returned to WWE, things truly heated up between the pair, and it has been ugly ever since. Like most fans, like believe CM Punk and Seth Rollins were primed to fight for the world heavyweight title at last year's showcase of the Immortals. If not for CM Punk getting injured, like as a result, like it would just make sense for Triple H and company officials like to run it back, and actually make the match happen in 2025. And coming at finally at number one with none other than any of these, even guys over the likes of Cena, Cody, and Rollins, Roman Reigns, as he could clash in his favor again, fight the OTC. And while Cody Rhodes is arguably the most popular name in WWE today, Roman Reigns is also the biggest star in the company. He is nicknamed the Needle Mover for a good reason, as where he goes, so do the like. And Roman is a significant draw. Like recently, like Roman has been involved in the feud with the bloodline. During the storyline, Paul Heyman recruited CM Punk to help Roman and the rest of the OG bloodline to take down the new bloodline, including Solo Sikoa, at the Survivor Series War Games match. No Notably, the recruitment that came at a cost, a mysterious favor that Paul Heyman promised to grant Punk, in what could be exciting and what could be exciting move that favor could be a match against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, whether a title is on the line or not. Roman versus Punk is a WrestleMania main event based on star power alone, which has been Punk's dream, when Heyman could make it happen. And what are your thoughts on to this one as well? This definitely would guarantee him a shot, even though Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes would against John Cena. But I think Roman with him against Roman Reigns would definitely get him into that position of getting the main event spot, even without the championship. Because sometimes if it makes sense for it to be in the main event, you just cannot refuse it to happen. Just saying. But let me know in the comment section right down below, what match do you want to see CM Punk main event WrestleMania with? Any of these guys, four guys like John Cena or Cody or Roman Reigns, or even his biggest arch rival on Monday Night Raw yet, Seth Rollins, or somebody totally different. Let me know down in the comment section right down below. But I guess that'll be it for today, Assassinators. I hope y'all all enjoyed this video, just like the late Rampage and Collision review video I just made. And I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope y'all enjoying yourself watching the SNA podcast on this lovely Wednesday morning / afternoon. And if so, please make sure to hit the big thumbs up button, considering hit the subscribe and the post notification bell for more SNA videos. And make sure to check out my AEW Dynamite review video, which is going to feature all the matches with Switchblade Jay White and Orange Cassidy taking on the Death Riders as John Moxley and the Bastard Pack, which that's the only time I'm going to call them that. And then we also got Adam Cole, baby, taking on Kyle O'Reilly for a first shot at MJF's Dynamite Diamond Ring and against this All of the Earth wrestler at World's End, which is going to be at the end. Which is going to be at the end of this month in December, which I think is going to be Adam Cole, baby, on that match. And we will be seeing Claudio Castagnoli taking on Will Ospreay in the Gold Leagues of the Continental Classics, to take on the Swiss Cyborg, and the main event likely is going to be Mina Shirakawa taking on Mariah May for her AEW Women's World Championship. Who's going to be the winners and who's going to be the losers of this match? Just leave their comments right down below, and I will see you guys there. And I'm glad I get to talk about all this stuff all at once, all morning. And I hope you Assassinators are having a fun and safe rest of your afternoon. I hope you guys will have a safe and fun rest of your afternoon. If I had to pick a favorite news, I'll say it's definitely going to be the top 4 list of CM Punk, of talking about this top 4 list of Sportskeeda, thinking about what exactly who should he face at WrestleMania 41 to finally achieve his dream of main eventing WrestleMania. But we're gonna figure out who exactly that particular individual may be when it like about a couple months, at least by February, I guess you could say. But yeah, well, I hope you guys will have a fun rest of your Wednesday until we meet again at the until we meet again at the beginning of the night, I guess you could say, of Wednesday. I will see you next time with some more SNA content. And Super Ninja Austin out of here. Bye bye, my Assassinators. Y'all take care and have a fabulous and fantastic Wednesday. And I will see you guys soon when I talk about AEW's Winners Coming special in the best city of the United States. I'm so sorry I had to brag about that, but I had to say that at the beginning of the video. But seriously, y'all take care and stay good to yourself because you're all worth it. Bye-bye.